Well, hello there. This is Mark Edelman, speech-language pathologist, out in the desert for another walk this morning. And this particular video is called The Plan for Better Speaking. And you might go, what do you mean, the plan for better speaking? Well, in every endeavor that we pursue, we've got to have a plan. So, a number of years ago, my wife and I built a house, and in fact, we built two houses within a span of 30 years. And that required a plan. It required sitting down with somebody who knew the construction industry and letting them know what we wanted, and them listening very, very carefully to what we wished to have in that home. And right now my daughter is building a home, and she has to go to her builder, and she has to pick out all the things that she wants and negotiate for all of those things to be installed and a part of her life, her new life that's going to occur in this beautiful home. And so the planning of a house is like the planning of anything else. It's like the planning of a vacation. It's like the planning of what you might need to get at the grocery store. And the better you plan for something, the better the reality. Now, what they say in the literature, and I believe this very strongly because I'm a proponent of it, is that whatever you want, you have to write down. So it's a plan. It becomes a plan when you write it down. If you don't write it down, all it is a wish. It's I wanna. It's I'm dreaming of this, and that's not what anybody wants. If your loved one isn't talking, or if you're having difficulty talking, you can dream and wish for something until the cows come home. But what usually happens is nothing. You have to set a plan. Okay, so in your plan, you write down what it is you want. So if you want to be able to speak better, for instance, you have to ask yourself, when do I want to be able to speak better? And you have to give yourself a fair amount of time, especially if you have a severe apraxia or aphasia. And then you have to ask yourself, now, if I'm going to do this, who am I going to get to help me? Am I going to get a student who knows relatively nothing about aphasia other than what's in the book? And quite often that's not adequate. It's theory. And what I learned was that during the first 10 years of my practice, a lot of the stuff that I was doing was theory. It wasn't practical knowledge. It wasn't practical therapy. And so if you want to get something done, you want to find an expert, somebody who's got an excellent reputation, someone who you can ride around the neighborhood and see their homes, and you can maybe go to an open house and walk inside and see the quality of the workmanship and the overall result. So this little video is just about the fact that if you do have in your mind a desire for your loved one to speak better, or for you to speak better, and if you have a profound or severe aphasia or apraxia, just know that there are people who are experts, and they know apraxia and aphasia better than just about anybody. We've written two books, one on aphasia called The Teaching of Talking, how to help your loved one talk better at home. And we just recently released another book entitled The Teaching of Talking. Help your loved one with apraxia, even if they're adults or children, speak better at home. And that's what it is. So we're also offering a free book chapter, which is, there's a link to it down below if you'd kind of like to take a look. But if you truly are interested in better speaking, you've got to plan for this. And you've got to state what it is you want, when you want to achieve it, who you're going to talk to, what your resources are to make that happen. And then when you know all of those things, then you go on a fact-finding tour. And it's very much it's very much like some of the games that we used to play when we were children, and they used to hide various things in the yard, and your job was to find what was on the list. So that's all I wanted to share with you today, that you want to develop a plan. You want to develop what it is you want. You want to set a date for when you want to get started. You want to write down where your resources are. You want to find out who's the best in the field, who the expert is. You want to find out from other people if what they're doing is improving their talking. So there's a lot of work you need to do, but if it can be loving work, because when we want something badly, like going on a trip or building a house, it takes a fair amount of effort, but you know that you always have the big picture in mind. You always have the result that you want. And in this case, you want to be thinking about what it would be like if my loved one was able to communicate with me again. This is Mark Idelman. If you've liked this video, please give us a thumbs up. And remember to share it with your friends who may be in a quandary, who may not know where to turn or what to do, because that's what always happens. And so just share with them the link or the video, and you'll be helping somebody else out. And we'd be more than happy to send you a copy of the book or the free book chapter. We have a video course online for caregivers to learn how to stimulate speech and language at home. And we have a book to help caregivers with their loved ones who have apraxia. So this is Mark Idelman. Have a great day today, and we hope to see you soon. Bye-bye now.